Welcome back to Kanika's Corner. We took yet another break as I continue to learn how to balance all the chaos that is in my life. But I am back and I'm talking about cloth diapering. It's something we're very passionate about as we want to, create as little trash as possible. Something that we did with our 2-year-old. And we have learned a lot. We've learned how to make it easier, better, more comfortable for all of us. And that's what I'm talking about today. So other than a little bit of hard work and a little more effort, there's absolutely no other downside to cloth diapering. In fact, it's rash free, right? Our children hardly get any diaper rashes. It's cash free. We spend a lot less money on cloth diapering options as compared to disposable ones. And it's also trash free because you don't throw anything out at the end of the day. And this is how we have done it with our newborn. I've kept most of Ducky's, all her reusable stuff. And so what we did when Bulbul arrived was that we started putting a dry feel langot on an insert. And all the reusable waterproof covers that we had from Ducky are being used for him. It's actually wonderful to have kept all of these clothes and accessories and to use it again with Bulbul. So many memories involved with it. One of the learnings we had from Ducky was that we would put her into a cloth nappy and then put this cover over it. And invariably, one pee is all it could hold, so she would wake up every time she peed. So our learning from that was that we put Bulbul into a dry feel langot or one of those inserts with a dry feel layer and then put the cover on top of it, which means that it's only with the second or third pee that he wakes up. Until then he doesn't feel anything. He sleeps better, we all sleep better. So we came up with an alternative to disposable wipes. We keep a thermos of water along with a few soft cloths and a mug, and every time Bulbul would poo a little in his diaper, we just wash him off like that. It was only as he started to get older, once the 2-month mark passed, that we took him to the sink to wash up. But until then, this was our way of just cleaning up the poo and quickly putting him back into bed. Cleaning poo can be quite a nuisance. But this is what we discovered, that if you use the pressure of a hand faucet and clean the poo with that, it is far simpler than trying to scrub it off. In a disposable diaper, what tends to happen is we just throw the whole thing and that goes off into the landfill. And things in the landfill do not disintegrate for centuries. So we found that, instead of scrub, just wash it off and the nappy is clean, put it into the wash the next day. One of the things that we do is that we keep a bucket of water with soap, and once we sort of do a rinse and a wash out of all of this, just put it into the bucket, and the next day put it in for a quick cycle in the washing machine, hang it out in the sun, and brand new cloth diapering stuff for the next day. So one of the comments that we get when you talk about cloth diapering is that water is used to wash all of this. I agree. There is a little bit of water that we use to clean up. But when you compare it to the fact that disposable diapers are made using so much more water and then go and, land up in our oceans as that big plastic mess, this is a better alternative, and water is renewable if we can find ways of keeping it. So I started to feel like the crew pit in a Formula 1 racetrack, purely for the fact that when Bulbul gets up in the middle of the night and he is wet himself, I have to very quickly change his diaper, put in a new dress, all before he starts screaming because he's hungry and then wakes up the rest of the neighborhood. He was also a very gassy baby. One of the things we realized that helped relieve him was when he would poop, we would put him on our legs. He was 1 month old by then, and then we would help him completely eliminate everything and let it all come out, and you could see that relief on his face when everything was over and it was like so that's something that we have learned works really well with children and very helpful with newborns. Traveling has also become easier as we have become more seasoned cloth diapering parents. We used to carry a big bag of stuff every time we went around with Ducky. But this time around, we just carry a few inserts, a few diaper covers, a reusable bag, which is waterproof to carry anything that is soiled or wet, and a change of clothes, which we've rarely used. Voila! We are just one small backpack and us, and we're ready to go anywhere. So this is the average number of diapers used in the first 3 months of life. That's where Bulbul is at. And 840 disposable diapers may not seem like a large amount, but the stack is about as high as this blackboard. And if you think about it, in the first 2 years of life, over 3,000 disposable diapers are used. So let's try and save some of these from going to the landfill. Now that he's 3 months old and awake for a few chunks of time, we've started to use the cloth nappies again. And again, these are what Ducky used. We've just kept them in bags, washed, and they're ready to use again. Now, I'm going to keep you updated on about how it progresses, the steps that we took with Ducky, how is it working out with Bulbul. That'll all come up in a few months' time. But I'm really excited that the cloth diapering process this time has been so much easier because we have understood what to do and, how to make it faster, more efficient. And folks, it is totally doable. So if you are a parent or going to become a parent soon, do consider using cloth diapering. Doesn't take too much additional effort or time. With the methods that I use, I have now discovered, hey, it is so much easier than the first time around. Thank you for watching and please subscribe.